All right. And welcome to Counsel of the Day with Shanrae. And I am Shanrae. All right. So tonight is part two of bringing on two more of my mentors, my childhood lifelong mentors, my Uncle Stephen and my Uncle Gerald. They're on tonight with us. And I'm just elated to be able to share with everybody just the impact that they've had on my life. I know I'm a counselor. This is Counsel of the Day, guys. But I just this month I just wanted to share with you all of the extraordinary people in my life who have just imparted in me and just helped me be the best person that I could be in my lifetime. So without further ado, I'm going to go on and I'm going to actually read my website disclaimer tonight. So please bear with me. And here we go. Please be aware that due to the nature of technology that I'm using, there can be no assurance of confidentiality when using this online service. It should also be noted that due to changes in policies, that all replies are to be used as advisory and informational only, and will not constitute an official determination. Information provided by myself, other counselors, spiritual leaders, or people with life experience are subject to the limitations of current and available material. But the final responsibility for successfully achieving a goal rests with you, the individual. Information online is designed to be helpful. However, this information does change frequently, and it is recommended that you, the client, or the individual, will consult another physician, another specialist, and or another religious leader to aid in your overall behavioral wellness. So, we're going to move on. Y'all know that this is my counsel of the day, and I am a Christian counselor. So I want to give you the scripture for this month. And it is from Proverbs 3 and 27, the Amplified Bible Version. And it says, do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, or its rightful recipients, and when it is in your power to do it. So I'm going to say that again. Proverbs 3:27, the Amplified Version says, do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, its rightful recipients, when it is in your power to do it. All right, so let me give y'all the two definitions, and then we're going to open this up. I do have to give y'all a little bit of my research, the do's and don'ts of mentoring tonight. But let's start with the definition of homage, which is a noun, and it's a special honor or respect shown publicly. And the other definition for this month, this week actually, is mentor. Mentor comes with two different definitions. One, it says an experienced and trusted advisor, which they have been. And number two said to advise or to train someone, especially a younger colleague, which they have done. All right. So let's move really quickly to the some of the research that I've done. I found out about mentoring. So the do's and don'ts of mentoring. Number one, it says to be sure to establish appropriate boundaries and expectations at the beginning of the relationship or the mentee and mentor relationship. Mentees shouldn't expect mentors to serve as their therapist, says Eddie Amin, PhD, Assistant Director of APACS. And he says that the relationship also should evolve as the mentee advances in his or her education. Number two, it says that I'm going to move from there. Mentors should provide honest feedback without being overly critical, and they should not steer a mentee's career decisions or life decisions. Number three, mentees should also be able to reject a mentor's advice without being faced with retaliation if that advice doesn't mesh with the mentee's own life or career. Number four says the imbalance in power between a mentor and mentee also can lead to problems. And let me finish the last one, and then we're going to move on. Hold on, let me switch this. Okay, and it says mentorship may continue long after the person they graduate from school or after they become an adult and they advance in their life. A lot of learning happens outside of organizations, classrooms, like that. And that mentoring is a critical part of it. So this person, the researcher says that they believe that mentoring is probably the key factor for success with mentees, having a mentor. So I'm gonna unmute my uncles. And without further ado, I'm going to go on and show the pictures. This is my Uncle Stephen. I'm sorry, my Uncle Gerald. Uncle Gerald, would you please address everybody and just say hello to the audience?
Hi, how's everybody doing? Great to be here. Happy to be here. And I'm here.
I'm so glad he's here too. I'm gonna move to Uncle Stephen's picture. Give me a minute. Here we go. Let me go back. I gotta go back because I got some pictures there. So, my Uncle Stephen, would you please address the audience?
Hello, everyone. It's great to be here to support my beautiful niece, Shanrae, man. I love her to death.
Oh. I'm so glad that you're here tonight. Guys, y'all know that this is an open platform. Let me go back. I want to show some pictures. This is me and my Uncle Gerald when we were in New York last June, 2019, May, June. And this is we was outside of your church when we took this picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were outside his church on a Sunday, and we were only in New York for 2 days to visit the whole family, and and so we were able to snapshot a picture as I was coming up the steps, getting ready to go into the church doors. He came up, and I was like, "Oh, there's my uncle," and we took a picture, a selfie. So I want to show this. Now, this is a picture of me and Uncle Stephen, and this was during the album release. My album release that night, and both of my uncles came in from New York that night. But this is the one picture that we took in my house here in Atlanta. Yes. And so that's me and Uncle Stephen. I was so happy. They came in from New York to support me. And this was so awesome. Okay, so let's open this up. We're going to open this up. All right, here we go. We're about to open this up. Let me take this banner off. I'm gonna work it from top to bottom. So I'm gonna start with my Uncle Gerald.
Okay.
My Uncle Gerald, of course, he knew me my entire life before I was even conceived. My Uncle Gerald is my father's youngest brother. He's my dad's youngest brother, as you can see, because we look very much alike. We look very much alike. And so, and we kind of close in age. We're a little close in age, he and I. I was going to take this banner off, but I'll leave it on. But my Uncle Gerald, when I was growing, I guess we're about 10 years age difference between he and both of my uncles, actually about 10 years age difference between us. And so he was a teenager when I was a little girl, and Uncle Gerald was always doing what teenage young men were doing and everything like that. But I used to love when he would be, I don't know, he'd be coming in from work or maybe just hanging out or whatever. But when he would see that we were there at the house visiting Nana and everything, he would come in and show us love and pinching out cheeks and come in and everything. And then of course his crew would be waiting for him outside or whatever. And then he would kind of balance it. So he would go back out, but he would make sure he come back in, spend a little more time with us like that. And then when he started having his family, oh my gosh, him and the children's mama, Aunt Margie. That's who I knew growing up, Aunt Margie, growing up. And so me and Kelly used to sit there and say, they got the cutest family. He has a son and a daughter, and both of them look just like both of them, both Aunt Margie and Uncle Gerald. They were always such an adorable family, and we would look forward to coming and just to see them. We used to say they are so cute. Oh my gosh. But we enjoyed just coming and spending time. Uncle Gerald, he showed us how to kill in spades. And spit in spades. We used to play spades. And then as we got older, as I got a little bit older, things we shifted a little bit. There was some space in between where we didn't see each other as much. But when I got grown and started having my own family and everything kind of started shifting back again. And as I married my husband Dupree and having the babies, and we would try to bring the babies over to see so they can see Nana and everybody. And then I moved to Atlanta, and I've been here for over 20 years. So unless I was visiting home, that put space between us physically seeing my uncles and everything like that. But we always were very close. And then when my sister Sakina passed 6 years ago, Uncle Gerald, oh my God, when I say he jumped in, although my dad died when I was young, when I was 11 going on 12. But when I say Uncle Gerald he was right there one-on-one with me and mommy. We was making arrangements. Uncle Gerald was there with us while we were making arrangements, while we were buying the wigs, while we were buying everything. When I say Uncle Gerald was there to try to take all of the tension off of everything, because it was really, because it happened so unexpectedly. It was hard for all of us. Uncle Gerald coming to get me from the airport, and he transferred me back to the airport, but coming to get me, and then he taking me to, we had the view, and he was right there. He was right there with everything, and I'm trying not to black out. And I said, Lord, he can't hold all of my weight if I'm black. I'm trying to keep it together and everything. But when I say there, for step by step by step, and then the children as they're grown, the grown folk. I have to say grown folk because they're grown, and as they got grown and started developing their own relationships with their uncles, and they always tell me, we love our uncles. We love, they so cool. We love our Uncle Stephen. We love our Uncle Gerald. They do. The kid, they love y'all. And I'm just telling you, Uncle Gerald has always been just such a transparent, beautiful, awesome man in my life. Take it away, Uncle Gerald.
Well, I'm honored. I feel good about that. And actually, I'm sitting here blushing, and I'm feeling good. And the truth of the matter is all, like, your father was my brother and is my brother, and we lost him when we both were young. We were young.
Yes.
So we missed out on a lot of stuff, and it's just shocking to me. Even the last time I seen you and Kelly together, that y'all remembered so much, man. It was, I was shocking. I had to tell Nan, I was like, I can't believe that they remembered, because I was small, so I was young, so y'all was really young, and they remembered a lot of stuff, and I didn't want to bring up a lot of stuff, and but y'all was right in it, y'all spoke about some things, and I was like, wow, I can't believe you remember that, That's what we do as kids. We remember everything.
That's right.
Everything. That's right. And I where I'm at right now, when I see the kids, when I see your kids, your grown folks now, I feel cheated, like, because I feel like I missed out on a lot of stuff, and by you doing this, it's listen, this it's a reason for everything, and the bottom line is I'm grateful for you for being here and for you having me to even come speak and to give me a chance to even know the little ones, man, and to even know you better. You understand?
Yeah.
So I'm grateful for that, man. And I'm here. Like I said, I'm just here. And as long as I'm here, I want to be there. You understand?
Yeah.
And that's the name of the game,
That's right. And with, even with the grown folk, Kai, Tate, and Tandy, that's me and Dupree's children, with them getting to know you on their individual personal level with you, it brings you have been answering questions, with them, because they never knew their grandfather, they never knew my dad. But when they spend time with you, and they're like, it's making sense. And Tay said when he got grown, he always said, well, who do I look like? Who do I look like? They knew that he looked like a little bit like his Keeney, like Sakina, like they always call her Keeney. So I knew I looked a little bit like Keeney, like everybody thought that he was Sakina's baby growing up. Oh, but when they finally, got a chance to spend time with you as adults, and everybody was like, even my girlfriends, my friends, sister friends, Dee Dee and them, they was like, oh my God. They said, Poppy looked like this. They looked like his uncle. I said, he looked like my daddy and my uncle. They look like, like them. They said, now it's making sense. And so it's been answering some questions, I guess, that they've had. They didn't really say to me, but and then when we came home in May and June, and we went to Nana's, because we tried to schedule. We only had 2 days, so our routine, and Uncle Gerald and Uncle Stephen know, our routine when we come to New York is most of us meet up at Aunt Wanda's house. Aunt Wanda is Uncle Stephen's older sister. We all meet up over there, and me and Tiffany, me and Keisha are gonna cook, and we're gonna have everybody come over and stuff like that. And then we try to make sure that we get out, to see our grandparents and stuff. At the time, Grandpa was in one nursing home, Grandma's in another, and then we went to go see Nana. And then we was trying to get everybody to meet us at Nana. Nana is my father's mom. It was Uncle Gerald's mom. So we try to make our stops within the 2 days that we're there. But when we got there and they saw the family pictures of when we were little, and they were asking questions and everything, and Nana was looking at Tay like, oh my God, he looked like Joey. He looked like my father. Nana was like this. She said, Cherie, I said, I know. He looked like Daddy. He looked just like Daddy. And so they it shed some light on questions that they had, and they're like, so it's been a blessing to be able to reconnect. Then my grown folk be able to form their own relationships with their uncles and everything like that. So, and I'm telling you, they love y'all. They love y'all.
I look forward to even coming down there and linking up, and because I got some stories for them, especially the grown guys. You understand? They're gonna have a better understanding for some stuff. We gotta know where we come from. We gotta know.
That's important.
Stronger, So I got stuff for them, man, and you making that possible. Believe me.
It is important, and I'm looking. Our time is going by, so I'm going to switch right now to Uncle Stephen. I'm gonna keep you on. I'm not gonna beat you, Uncle Stephen. Uncle Stephen.
That's my greeting all the time, yo.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay, so Uncle Stephen is on mommy's side of the family. So I got on both sides of the family today. Uncle Stephen is from mommy's side of the family, and he's Aunt Wanda's younger brother. He's the baby. Uncle Stephen is the baby out of all of Aunt Wanda's, siblings. And so, Uncle Stephen, we kind of grew up because we all lived in Far Rockaway. Let me say Romeo. That's who all Far Rockaway know Uncle Stephen by, Romeo. That was his AKA name, Romeo. So Uncle Stephen, he would help Aunt Wanda keep an eye out on us, on me, Kelly, and Sakina. Mommy, was a single parent, so she worked a lot. And I was Aunt Wanda's official babysitter for the girls, growing up and everything, because she worked too, and Uncle Stephen worked and stuff like that. But he would help keep an eye out on us. Edgemere, Far Rockaway was rough, although he was kind of running things out there. Romeo was kind of running stuff out there. But it was really rough growing up in Far Rockaway. And I'm gonna tell a story, Uncle Stephen. I'm telling you.
What's up?
So I was in middle school, 198. Those people that are listening from Far Rockaway, I went to 198, PS 198, right there on Beach Channel Drive. And so people, I was fat. I'm still fat. So I was a fat little girl. And so people, they teased us and stuff like that. But this one dude decided to steal something from me. Now, granted, my mother, she bought us something for Christmas. Remember the little hand games, the little hand, they wasn't a top, but the little hand games. I had like the Mario Brothers and Donkey Kong with the little hand thing. And so mommy said, don't take it to school, leave it here. So I'm trying to do what everybody else did. Everybody else was bringing their stuff to school. So I brought mine to school. And so mine's turned up missing. But I knew who stole it. Because he was the only one that didn't have one. And then at the end of the day, he had one and it looked like mine. Okay. So I had to sit there and figure out how I'm going to tell mommy that I took the game to school and it got stolen. And I was like, oh my God. And I said, I'm gonna get in trouble. Mommy gonna get me because she told me not to do it, So I wound up going over Aunt Wanda's house and I wound up telling Uncle Stephen what happened. He said, oh, okay. Oh, all right. So the next day at school, during recess, Uncle Stephen, Romeo showed up. It was Romeo that showed up. And we used to have security guards, who was monitoring us outside of the it was like the gates and stuff. And so he walked up to the gate. He said, "Yo, let me in." And so the security guard was like, "Okay, Romeo." He let him in. So he said, Shanrae, who stole it? And I'm pointing to the dude. It was him. So everybody, all the guys and all the girls in the yard, they was like, "Yo, that's Romeo." And so he pointed to the dude. He said, "You better stay right there." He said, "If you run," he said, "it's gonna be worse for you. Stay right there." So, needless to say, he went over and he got my stuff back for me. He got my stuff, and from then on, everybody was like, "Why didn't you tell me, Sha? Why didn't you tell me that Romeo was your uncle?" I said, it was no need until now. They was like, "Yo, Romeo was her uncle." I was like, "Yes, he's my uncle." But when I say Uncle Stephen has always been there, always been there to look out for me. Even I'm gonna let him talk, but even when I got married to Dupree, oh my God, that's another story. Uncle Stephen, you want to say something?
He chewed you up, right?
Yeah. I mean, yo, the bottom line is, those are my little girls, and right in the hood, I let it be known that don't nobody mess with my nieces, man. And they knew that. They looked out for her when I wasn't around.
Yeah.
It's part of my past, but hey, I'm not mad about it because they survived that, you know what I mean? And then I always would come over there and look at them, and that little greeting in the beginning, when I would knock on that door, I could hear Cherie behind the door. Ah, look at that there. You know what I mean? I'll come over to the apartment and watch them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would even shout out the window because my dudes would be waiting. Like, yeah, I'm gonna stay up here for a minute with my little nieces, man. Hang out with them for a minute in the apartment. But you my girl, man, and I'm so proud of you. You know what I'm saying? Always been proud of you. Always looked out for you. That's forever, man.
Yes, he has. When I decided to marry Dupree, I was like, okay, I finally told the family. We got married, quick, and we got married within 30 days because Grandpa was on us. We had Kai and Grandpa was on us. Well, y'all gonna get married. So we decided to get married, and so I had to tell the family. And so Dupree had to go through a test with Aunt Wanda. He had to go through a test. And then when Stephen, oh my God, we went over to Aunt Wanda's house before we got married. And Stephen came over and I was like, oh shoot. He said, welcome me up block, son. He said, we need to talk. I said, Stephen, he said, Cherie. He said, I need to talk with her. I was like, okay. I was like, oh my God. But I don't know what Uncle Stephen said, but Dupree came back in one piece.
That's my dude right there. That's my dude, man.
Yeah, and he loved y'all too. He's like, those my uncles. I said, yeah, that's right. I said, they love you, and they approve of you. I'm like, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. Yeah. So my uncles have been such a staple in my life. Again, growing up in a single parent home, but I thank God for being able to see men and influences in my life, even now as an adult, because a lot of people just disassociate themselves from their family and their friends that they grew up with, and they just move on, and that's it. But for me to be able to still have my uncles in my life, and now in my grown folks' life, and whenever we do go home, like we schedule a visit, and we try to all come together so the family we can all spend time together. Now it's getting a little harder because I got grown folk, and so they have to make sure that everything is good with their jobs and everything. We have to schedule it the right way. But when I say everybody Everybody looks forward to coming, and we know first we're gonna be at our Wanda's house, and Uncle Stephen is traveling in. Uncle Gerald is coming in. He coming in from Pennsylvania,
Yeah,
Philadelphia, and we just all and we spend time together, and it just means so much to us. It just does. So, any guys.
It's always great to see you, man. Whenever you come up now, with the kids are grown. It's great how they've grown up. You know what I mean? I still remember my trip down there, and they were so tiny. You know what I mean? When they were little, that was an awesome time.
Yes,
it's great to see them now, and the young men and women that they've become. It's always a joy to see you.
Oh my gosh, Uncle Stephen came down. Yeah, he was right. They were little. He stayed. Him and his family stayed with us for about how many days? About 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, it's almost a week. About a week. Yeah, so about
4. And they came down around Tay-Tay's birthday. It was around August, so we had Tay-Tay's birthday party at CC's Pizza.
Yeah, I remember that.
My gosh, it was. And the kids, when they see the pictures now, the kids they be like, "Oh, that was the best. That was the best time." They remember all of that, and Rules and them were babies. Oh, your babies were babies, and it was
yeah.
Oh, it was so beautiful. So to have these memories, and then we're still making memories, and then now we're grandparents, and so to be able to bring our grandbaby around their uncle, their great uncles,
great uncle, right? Oh. Yeah, great uncle, right, yeah.
Right around their great uncles. This is so it's a blessing. It's a blessing because a lot of people don't have the opportunity. Okay, they may have family, but to be this tight knit and to make such beautiful memories, and then still have beautiful memories from childhood, and then it's passing on from generation to generation. Guys, this is such a blessing. And like I said, just to have my family in my life, and then my uncles here again, they really did substitute for my dad. Not being, my dad died when we was younger. So they were there, and they really stepped in. And with them being, they were still very young. When Uncle Stephen went away to the Navy, and he was gone for a while, everything was like, oh, my uncle's gone, But he came back, 3-4 years later. But watching, being a part of all of the transitions, and then again, we moved to Georgia when the babies were small, so that was kind of hard for us moving from the family. But we can still connect coming back and visiting, and like they can, because both of my uncles have come down personally to visit and spend time with us. Uncle Gerald, he came down 3-4 years ago. He and his family, and we just spent time together. We had a good time. We had a good time together.
I look forward to it happening again. I look forward.
Yeah.
It's important, and the things back then that you didn't think would be important, you understand now how important they are. At least I do. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
I'm glad of this format. I'm glad what you're doing, and like he said, I'm so proud of you. I remember being proud of you years ago. Years ago. Yeah, your sister, when I seen y'all on TV, I was off the hook. You know what I'm saying? So that was something big. Y'all always did some things that made us proud of you. And just keep doing what you're doing, lady. Keep doing. We love you. We love you. We're gonna always love you. Keep doing what you're doing.
I love y'all too. This time is about to go off. But I wanted to, so those that are viewing, you want to know, how is this in coalition, or how this, compared to Shanrae's Counsel of the Day? Listen, Counsel is always wrapped around life events. And Counsel is a lot of times with my personal clientele. Well, a lot of times we're dealing with life situations, some things that maybe that they experience that, it's had some time, having a hard time getting over, and some things that maybe they have done that they're having some hard times dealing with and getting over and moving past. And even some clientele that are in a good place, but they don't know how to accept, the good that's happening in their lives and trying to transition. But me as a counselor personally, I wanted to open my life up to the viewers to let you all know the different impacts that I've experienced in my life. And even though I may be a counselor, I'm still human first, and how do different transitions in my life. And as y'all hear, my dad died when I was young. And so going from that to a single parent home, and then my uncles stepping in and stepping up and giving of themselves, although they were young and developing their own young family, they still paused and they gave back to me and my sisters, and they loved us, and they just imparted so much knowledge. And even with me watching them, I understood. It helped me understand relationship a little bit better. It helped me understand a little bit more about the family unit, where you see the father, the mother, and the children, and even going through, growing, and all of that. So, if you want to know what does this have to do with Counsel of the Day, listen. I've decided to open up my life to you all viewers. And so, with that being said, I'm going to do this. Give me 1 minute. I gotta. I'm trying to work this platform and talk at the same time. So here we go. So if I am a professional one-on-one counselor, and if you are interested in counseling services, feel free to contact me via Facebook Messenger at Shanrae Price, Facebook Messenger Shanrae Price, or at my Gmail, ShanraePrice@gmail.com. I'm a lifestyle strategist, and my aim is to aid you in reaching your life goals and your life dreams. I have to do this. No, y'all don't have to comply to views. You don't have to, but I have to do it. So if you feel that this teaching has helped you in a positive way or blessed your life, please feel free to donate a coffee blessing to my Cash App, which is $Shanrae Price. This is for the viewers. All right, and I'm going to move this along. And before we go, I want my uncles to say something else to the viewers. And you know what? I want to acknowledge. Actually, I see some people that have been talking to us. So we got Aunt Mary on here. We have Tammy Paulette, Deborah Smith. We have Janice David. She says, "So sorry for." Oh, it's okay, Janice. We Tammy Paulette. I don't remember who Tammy Paulette is, but thank you all so much for tuning in. She said, "Please keep her family in prayer." Okay, all right. So I'm gonna go through this later on, and I will address the comments later on. But I want to start with my uncle Stephen. Do you have anything else you want to say to the viewing audience?
Thanks for tuning in, viewing audience, and I'm glad that my niece brought me on here, because I've been proud of her whole life, and it's good that they have male figures. We don't get enough credit to have male figures, and it's one of those giving my flowers while I'm still here. So I feel honored that she's honoring me and and Gerald this way while we're still here. It feels great, man. My heart is like. My head is like huge. My heart is something hard. It's so great to hear these things, right, G?
Yes, sir. Listen, I'm keeping it real. I'm blushing like a mug.
It's great to hear that, the influence we have on people's lives. So that's what I really want to say.
Oh, thank you. Uncle Gerald, you want to address the audience?
Yeah, I just want to say it's a great thing, and just for them to know it's a wonderful thing that you're doing here. And I mean, it's showing that you real people, and we all one. And to hear the things that you're doing. I mean, when I tune in to other shows, I'm like, listen to this, listen, I know for a fact you can get on here and brag about some things. You understand? Instead of having a real show, but you choose to have real shows and do real issues, and that's big. That's big. So that makes me real proud of you. And listen, keep doing what you're doing, man. And Steph, good to see you. We gotta plug in. I'll probably pass you every day when I'm going to work.
Oh man,
right down that hutch. I'm serious. I'll probably come right through there.
Yo, G, have Cherie give you my number, man. All
okay.
Right? When hang up, man. Get it from her, man.
I surely will, bro.
All right, man.
I love guys. I love my uncles.
Listen,
I love my uncles.
Love you too, baby.
Love you too, baby. Love you too, girl. And like I said, keep doing what we're doing. We talk. We're gonna talk.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
So guys, I'm gonna put on the ending music tonight, and this I chose this song because they have been my heroes. And guys, this has been Counsel of the Day with Shanrae. Here we go.
All right. Do I hear something?
I don't hear nothing, yo.
Yeah,
You don't hear it?
Nah, I don't hear nothing.
All right, and good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.